Great, thank you, Chris. Good morning, everybody. Welcome this morning. I've only got a short introductory piece, just keen to say a few words at the outset today. And of course, the timing for today couldn't be more relevant or more important, could it? The day after the budget, the same week that government responded to Lord Heseltine's report, No Stone Unturned. Fantastic kind of bit of timing here to create a real focus on what are we all going to do next to kind of drive the economy forward. The reason I'm here really is kind of representing a local partnership that's got together here with government to deliver this programme, which is the Greater Birmingham and Solihull LEP, Birmingham City Council and Finance Birmingham. And this is the first arrangement of its type. It's kind of quite unique, actually. I don't want to try and tell you all about our world, but of course, post the world of regional development agencies, there was, I think, some questions around, well, how is it all going to work? What will these new LEPs be able to do? No powers, no responsibilities, no monies. Goodness me, where do we get support from? And I think this is a real kind of living proof example of how we've been able to come together to do something really quite different and quite ambitious in the interests of UK PLC. So fantastic in that sense. And of course, it's a real example of how we've managed to get behind, a theme in the sense of advanced manufacturing and support key sectors of our economy. And it's great to see the kind of focus on the stuff that you all do in that world of advanced manufacturing really come back into focus in terms of kind of government policy. It's kind of at the forefront of ministers' thinking. It's what people in local partnerships are talking about, how they get behind. So fantastic in that sense. There's a real kind of wave to ride there of kind of goodwill and common purpose to look at how we can take this forward. And of course, I would say all that, wouldn't I, coming from a part of the world with a kind of huge and very proud heritage in the world of manufacturing. And kind of the big question there is, our proposition in the world going forward and, how are we taking manufacturing forward? How are we taking advanced manufacturing forward? And it's great to see that resurgence of, let's call it our offer in that sense, sort of come into play in a competitive sense. And the great thing around that is also what we're starting to see around this trend of kind of reshoring and really the strengthening of supply chains. And if there's one thing particularly that I'm really keen to kind of focus on, it's how can we get behind supply chains and make supply chains competitive. So great to kind of be able to play a part in that. We in Birmingham have played a unique part with Lord Heseltine in bringing forward his report, No Stone Unturned. And for the last kind of 6 weeks, we've kind of had a very immersive process with him, and he's been with us every week for the last 6 or 8 weeks, and we've been in constant telephone contact with him. And we've took apart No Stone Unturned and created a real kind of focus on, well, what can we do to get behind it and deliver it? So we launched our response on Sunday, so it was great to see the government's response come forward on Monday. And there's lots of good things in there that we can all use and get behind. Great to see actually this initiative be highlighted in the government's response. I won't talk too much about that. I am fortunate, by the way, that the minister's not here yet, so I can maybe say some things that tread onto his speech without upsetting him. But actually, there's a lot of great hooks in there, and I'd encourage you to kind of find a summary or synopsis and kind of look at it, even if you haven't got the time to read the full thing. And kind of things for you to kind of think about how we're going to take this forward to the next steps are. What the government's response does say is they're going to look to LEPs to create skills strategies that colleges will need to align to secure future streams of income. And one of the things that I hear very regularly from people in business in my part of the world is their biggest concern is the supply of talent going forward. So it's great to kind of start to see how we can get a real purchase on issues like that in the interest of common purpose. So in a range of ways, this kind of whole approach of localism and doing things bottom up and engaging businesses of all types, getting a kind of new sense of business leadership in play at a local level. We like to think in our part of the world we're doing well, but interestingly, we're working across the other parts of the country with others to try and kind of share what we're doing. because we've got 39 LEPs in the UK, and it's pointless, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 being great. We need everybody to be great. We need everybody to be in the same space. So there's something there as kind of words of reassurance from you, wherever you are in the country, that we are looking at how we can work together in a collective common interest. So that's really why I'm here, to kind of help, you know, help share the confidence, and I think confidence does breed confidence. So delighted to be playing a part and happy to deal with some questions.